And then I heard from one of the guys who was a stranger to me, I'm gonna wait until Caden passes out and I'm gonna take a photo with him. I just realized just how terrifying that is. He said, "Don't let anyone here fuck you." I've passed out. In fact, the first group sex that I passed out. But I don't know if it was just G or if it was also ketamine. I passed out and I woke up and I was having sex. I was getting fucked. And I don't remember who that was. There were only like 3 people there, but then again, when you're high, it's really hard to count.
So, do you remember giving consent for that sex?
No. But then, we were having sex before I passed out, and I'm guessing...
And I asked that obviously because some people might see that situation
as rape. I didn't give consent immediately before it started because, quite frankly, it could have started when I was asleep, or I don't know. It could be. I think I was asleep. I don't remember that part, and I remember being on my side. They were very inconsiderate. Like they tore my ass, for starters, and my throat. So there was like blood coming both ends. They gave me a lot of drugs. One of them was sitting in the corner, and he was crying because he knew what was going to happen, and he knew I was negative. And everyone else was positive. He said, "Don't let anyone here fuck you." I looked at him a couple of times when I was having sex. And you know, the cruel thing is I wished he wasn't there because he was dragging me back to reality. Ketamine always makes me vomit. And I started vomiting, so one of the guys took me into the shower and I vomited, and he shoved his dick in my mouth and he pissed in my mouth. I didn't expect it. I haven't revisited it ever, that very moment, or at least not for years, because that was like years ago, 7 years ago, maybe. There are other situations that I've seen that I can tell for sure shouldn't have happened. Example, my ex-boyfriend, he literally dropped like in front of me on G. People were shutting the door to the bedroom where my ex-boyfriend was, and they would be having sex on the same bed. And I would come in and like he would be like kind of underneath, because you know someone would be laying over his legs and getting fucked. And I think for any person, generally seeing is believing, so people would associate any kind of sexual consequence like chemsex, HIV, any kind of scandalous situation with porn. If someone's doing porn, then obviously that's where they contracted HIV. That's why they're doing drugs, because people imagine that it is all like a river of semen. Since I started doing adult work, I kind of feel like I'm on a butcher's block a lot of the time. I struggle to be assertive. Like now I can say no to sex, but in the past I wouldn't be able to say no to someone who wanted to have sex with me. And now I've grown really resentful of people who don't get the hint. So I have been known to get aggressive. Why would you go to chill outs if you can meet people out? I think first and foremost, it's a very easy way to have sex, a safe bet, possibly, regardless of your physical attributes. You may have been through certain experiences that have made you question your own value, and have potentially knocked your self-esteem, in which case you're going to be looking for validation. And there aren't very many gay men that I've met that I could visibly see and believe don't have these issues. Most of us do. Whether you have body issues or whether you think you're overcoming them, you either go to chemsex parties because you hope to be accepted, you have a higher chance, or you go because you want to share that, that new confident you. I think both scenarios applied to me.